Hola, buenas noches. Bienvenidos a nuestra tercera sesión de nuestro taller de idioma chino más cultura agrícola. Le damos la bienvenida desde la Fundación CLEC, Oficina Regional para América Latina y el Caribe. Y hoy, como es de costumbre, tenemos al profesor Mendo Hong con nosotros, que nos traerá un excelente, ya nos contó un poco antes de comenzar este webinar, nos contó un poco que va a traer muchísima información interesante sobre la cultura de la seda. Así que, sin más, damos la bienvenida al profesor Meng. Meng 老师，欢迎。
好，谢谢林亚。好的，各位好朋友，我们今天又如约的见面了啊。好，那我们今天呀，就开始要说一说中国农业里边跟我们生活还有着密切关系的穿衣服的问题。那么中国人穿衣服都穿什么样的衣服呢？都是用什么做成的呢？今天呀，我们就一起来聊一聊这个问题。所以我们的题目叫做绫罗绸缎。绫罗绸缎是我们中国人说到一个人穿的衣服是由什么做成的，这个时候用到的最多的。如果你穿的衣服非常的贵重啊，要很多很多的钱，我们就会说哇，你穿的是绫罗绸缎啊。那到底什么是绫，什么是罗，什么是绸，什么是缎呢？我们从今天开始就要进入到中国人的衣服的世界里边了。我们要来一起看一看中国人穿衣服的问题。
Today we will talk about Chinese people to wear the clothes. So let's look at these picture characters. The first characters it's it's a person's shape. A man stand and put on the hands to say hello to everyone. So now, still to say, China is a country with etiquette. As Chinese people, everyone is polite to everyone. This respectation to people, from which part we can see the Chinese people be polite. We can look at these characters, 人, we can know it. So first character is 人, 人 is people or person, human beings. It's the primitive characters of 人. It looks like the right picture. It's be polite, a polite person. We can see this is the person. If behind also have a person, what's the characters? If you know, you can text it in the chat room and tell us. So what's this characters? A person in front, a person behind. What's the meaning of these characters? It means follow. So this character is a Chinese characters we call the 从. We pronounce it 从. 从 means to follow someone, is follow. Follow actually is one in the front and another one follows the front person. It means 从. In Chinese, If you pass HSK third, fourth examination, you will find this word. For example, 跟从 is follow, 随从 is assistant. Another important word you must have learned. It means it's 从前. 从前 means long time ago. Why we use 从前 to mean long time ago? Because 前 it means ahead. 前 is beginning. 从前 means follow the beginning. 从前 ain't not the beginning, but it's close to beginning. So 从前 means long time ago. So you can know this character is 从前. Also this 从来 means since. If a person in the left, but another person is opposite, so what's the word? Do you know what's this word? It means back to back. So focus on the back of the body. It means your back. So this word means back. So what's this word? We pronounce the 北 from Beijing. 北 means the back. The original meaning 北 is back. It's your body back. It's so strange. Why? 北京 now it means north. It means north region. It's not the back. Why this 北 to mean the north direction? It's not the back. Because in China, south region, the south region is warm and have sunshine, but in north region is very cold. In autumn and winter, the wind blow from the north will feel very cold. So Chinese, especially the old people in China, when the sun tanned, their face the sun, their back face the north. So we use 北, the back, to express the north direction. We use 北 to mean the north region. This word already means the north region. So how is the original meaning? On the basis of the 北, we plus another radical. Is 月. 月 is moon. 月 in Chinese radical, it means body. So these two radicals combined, it's become a new characters. It's called 背. 背, it means body back. So we use these new characters to express the original meaning. 背. Dear friends, I will tell you a secret. In Chinese characters, the easier characters maybe have the older meaning, and the complicated characters maybe doesn't have the primitive meaning. So this is 北. 北 express. Now 北 is the north direction. The original meaning is your body of your back. This is 北. 北. These characters, it looks like a lot of people work under the sun. So many people under the sun, they work. You will find many people, 3 radical of 人. You must notice 3 in Chinese, it means many and much. 1 signal, it's a single. 2 signal, it's a 3 signal. In Chinese, 3, it means many. A lot of. 3 in Chinese, it means many, a lot of. This word, it means a lot of people work together. So it expresses the meaning of many people. Many people, when we write the characters, many people, when we write it, it's this character. This character in Chinese, we pronounce 众. 众 in Chinese, it means a lot of people. 1 person is a person. 2 persons is follow. 3 persons is the public and a lot of people. 1 person, 2 persons, and 3 persons together has a different meaning. Okay. In Chinese characters, you can watch the cartoon, have the different types of 人. Let's watch it. Do you know the words in the book? In ancient China, we have many characters like this. This is 日, it's sun. This is 山, is mountain. This is 水, it means water. It's flow. It's wood, it means 林. 林 is forest. Many trees together is a forest. This is bird. This is elephant. How to recognize it? It have a long nose and 4 legs. Our ancestors invent these characters like this. This is cross. It's 田, it means cultivation soil. This is a 竹, is bamboo. This is 马, 马 is a horse. Let's make a story. This is a 舟, 舟, 舟 is a boat. This is a 鱼, 鱼 is a fish. Use this to catch the fish. We pronounce it 网, 网 is net. This is yan. Yan is a swallow. This is 云. Yun is cloud. This is 雨. 雨 it means rain. This is 伞. 伞 is umbrella. Is a stone. It's so cold. It's 火, 火 is fire. It's 龟, 龟 is a turtle. It's 鹿, 鹿 is deer. 叟 is old people. 虎 is tiger. 赤 is a white dog. 弓 is arrow. 蛇 is house. 羊 sheep.
小老虎在哭呢。那把它也带上吧。
The tiger is crying. It's a 花. 花 is a flower.
太小会沉的。不能一起走了。就是啊。那羊要吃花，虎呢要吃羊。你看看。
Tiger eats the sheep. Sheep eats the flower. How to do it? We bought this sheep.
把花插在草帽上，晕2次不就行了吗？哦，嘿，该回家了。
It's time to go home.
马、猪、花、羊、虎、象、鹿、屎、鸟、龟。
门 is door. 犬 is dog. 女 is a girl.
好的。
Okay.
我们从这个里边可以看到啊。
From this cartoon,
看的最重要的是一个字哈。
the most important character is this character.
这个字。
This character in this cartoon is already told us it's a mature man. It's a male, it's a husband. Why have this meaning? Just now, we saw that this person is stand aside. If face you upright, it's what it looks like. It's this. It's a standing person. Express a person. This person we call the 大. 大 it expresses person. If 大 is a person, so in the head, above your head, is which place? This is this characters. It's above your head. this character? What's this character?
中国人说
In Chinese,
头上3尺有神明
above your head 3 inches have the God.
你看看怎么说都可以啊。其实就是说人的头的上边是有神存
The
在的。
God and Godness
那么
located in above your heart 3 inches.
其实就不是
Actually,
人的世界。
it's not the word of people.
这个字
This
就是
character
汉字里边
in Chinese characters,
重要的一个
it's
字。
a very important character. We pronounce the 天.
所以
Tian is the sky.
从天这个字能够
From this character, we can see
看到人的头上的所有的
above your head, all the place is the sky. So,
中国的哲学
in Chinese philosophy,
天人合一。
we call the 天人合一. It's the sky and between nature and the person combined. Why Chinese people
天人合一
emphasize
因为天和人
nature and the person combined? Because it's inseparable.
不能够分开的。天
It cannot be divided.
头上
Sky
所有的空间
is above your head.
above the head is the sky。
All the place above your head is sky.
上面所有的 space
All the space above your head we call the 天 is the sky.
中国人所说的天
So Chinese people, when we pronounce the
中文
天
中所说的 sky
in British sky, heaven, paradise,
是不一样的。
it's different.
中国人认为
Chinese people
all
think
the space above the people 都是天啊
all the space above your head is 天.
都是天，所以天
So
不是离
sky
人很远的地方，
is not very far from the people.
是在一起的。
The 天 and the person
这个
is
是天。
together and
这个是刚才
inseparable.
我给大家看的那个 cartoon 里边的那个主人公。
In this cartoon, we see this story.
什么呀？
Do you remember what's the pronunciation?
起来或者是能记得住
Do you remember what the
告诉我
pronunciation is?
这个字读作
Can you tell me what the pronunciation is?
如果你记得话，请你
If you
在评论
remember,
里面告诉我。
you can
这
test.
个字我们刚才说它读作夫，
We call the pronounced 夫.
为什么它读作夫呢？
It's so strange. Why we pronounce the 夫?
这
You
个
just now said this 大.
是一个人，
It means a
为什么
person.
上的这一个小横儿就变
With
成夫
why we much plus one line, it's changed 夫.
就很久以前，
Long time
中
ago,
国人的头发都是
Chinese
自然
people's
是
hair
自然下垂
is
的，
slowing down.
如
But
果一个男孩儿
if
头
a
发
person,
面长大了，
if a boy
变
is
成了一个
become a
男人，
real man,
我们就会把他的头发
we take the hair
然后用一根
above your head. We will use one stick
别起来。当你看到这
to
个人的头
stretch.
发
When you
别起来，
look a
意
person,
思就是
his hair above the head,
他已经从
this
男
is a
孩儿
man.
成了男人了，他
He
已经长
already
大了，
from
他
the
可以有女朋友，
child to the real man. He can have the girlfriend, the wife, and also he can be the father.
就是丈夫的夫字
So this word is 夫. 夫 is 丈夫. 丈夫 is husband.
就是成年
夫
的
is a
男性
mature male.
所以中文里
So in Chinese, there are many
一些 slang 啊，一些
there are many
比如说
slang with
天下
夫.
兴亡，匹夫有
For
责
example,
这里边的
the
夫
country
是
throwing all
成年
down
男性的意思
is related with the mature person. It means the mature man.
夫
This is
这个就
fu.
是夫
if this character 大 if we wrote it with body, in the body has some tattoo. What's this character? What's this character? This is the meaning of a tattoo. We pronounce the 文明 civilization 文化 culture. The original meaning is a tattoo. So today we will talk about the clothes. Why we should talk about 人? Because the clothes is the people to wear. Without a person, you don't need to wear the clothes. Before we knowing the clothes, we must know the person. So, all the friends, don't worry. We will introduce the clothes. This tattoo is a 文化 culture, 文明 civilization. So, 文 original meaning is a tattoo. This type of tattoo, in many people, many countries, history occurred. I believe in Latin America, also have the person with tattoo. Today also have so many people like tattoo, especially for the young people. Especially for the young people, they want to be fashionable, trendy, they will have the tattoo. This type of the flower actually is the primitive clothes. This type of clothes is made of your skin. In your skin, we tattooed some flower. In human history, is the most ancient and primitive and most popular clothes. Do you agree? If you agree with me, please text 1 in the chat room. Tattoo is the most ancient, most popular clothes in human history. If you agree with me, please chat 1 in the chat room. Let's have the communication. If you agree with me, please, if you agree with the tattoo is the clothes, please text 1 in the chat room. If you agree, please chat 1 in the chat room. Okay, so many people agree with me. So, friends, you agree with me, tattoo is the most ancient and popular clothes in human history. So, we can see, just now we explained the person, actually, it combined. It's used so many university logo. This is one person, it's another person. It's still a person. So, friends, you can tell me which university have this logo. If you know, you can tell me which university have this logo. Do you know?
¿Alguien sabe de qué universidad?
Peking 啊，太好了，Peking，这是
Sí,
北
es la
京大
Universidad
学的
de
logo，
Pekín.
It's the Beijing University logo. It's a Peking University. There are three persons in this logo. A university is pay more attention. The person is master a good university. Now you can look another picture. One person, another person, third person, three persons. Do you know which? Do you know what is this university is? If you know, you can text it. What's the university? Yeah, Renmin University.
因为人民大学就是 the public university，就是 the university for the public， 所以
So you can see this logo is like this. This is Peking University. This is Renmin University. Now we can recognize so many universities logo. This is a logo of Kappa. It's a brand of it's the Italian brand. When come to the China, we translate it as 背靠背. 背靠背 is back to back. I think they don't have this knowledge. I will translate this back to back. If I translate, we can translate 北 because back to back is 北. Actually, it's a Bei nurse brand. So it can tell us these characters, even if it's oracle, now it's still alive in China's daily life. It's already alive. It's still alive in Chinese daily life. If just like I said, this type person, this is a person. If this person in his middle, I wear a clothes for him. What's this meaning? If a person in the middle to wear a clothes, what's this? We know long time ago in Bible we can know Adam and his wife eat an apple and a wisdom fruit. They make the first person make the first sin. They use the leaves. They feel shy. They use the leaves. They found man is different with it's different from the female. They surround the part, the different part between man and woman. And where is this part? This part is in your waist. So you can know, surround your waist is the first important clothes in human history. Where is this clothes? You can look at this character. This is a Da. Da is a person. This person in his waist, he wear a clothes. This is the first. This is the first person know how to wear clothes. They know his reproductive organs outside is shameful. This is a very important characters. Sometimes we maybe have some tattoos in this clothes. So we must plus one line in this clothes to tell us the clothes in your waist have some tattoos. So what's this word? This word this is a Huang Emperor. Chinese people often say, we are the descendants of Yang Huang. Why we say we are the descendants of Yang Huang? Because these two people is so gorgeous. Descendant of Yan Huang. Yan combined two Huo is fire. Yan, emperor. Yan, this person, to lead the Chinese people. Yan lead the Chinese people to use the fire. He's the first person to know how to use the fire. The function of fire is very important, not only for hunting, but also for warming. The most important can boil, cook many food. Before Yan Emperor, Chinese people eat the food. They eat the raw food with blood. We know, eat the raw food. It's easy to get ill. So at that time, Chinese is a short age, but Yan Emperor lead Chinese people to use fire. Chinese people start to be healthy. Chinese people have the longevity. Huang Emperor, he did the work, the most important work to lead Chinese people wear the clothes. Wear clothes. He lets the Chinese people to know the shame and the shyness. He lets the Chinese people to know the shameful and shine. So Yan Emperor lead Chinese people into the fire era. Huang Emperor lead Chinese people into the era of the wearing clothes. Fire and clothes is the two most important symbols of the Chinese culture. Fire and clothes are the two most important symbols in Chinese culture history. It marked the Chinese people into the culture and the clothes culture. It's a two very important symbol of culture. So these two gorgeous leaders, these two excellent pioneers, all the time are alive in Chinese heart. Chinese people called ourselves as the descendants of Yan and Huang Emperor. We, in memory of these two gorgeous persons, these two persons lead Chinese people into the culture of the fire and the culture of the clothes. They are immortal for Chinese people. In modern China, Yan Di and Huang Di are still alive in Chinese heart. Every teacher, everyone learn Chinese. Everyone learning Chinese characters. Everyone should know these two gorgeous ancestors is the Yan Emperor and the Huang Emperor. After my introduction, why Chinese people respect the two emperor of Yan Huang, and also Chinese people call ourselves as descendants of Yan and Huang Emperor. Why Chinese people call these ancestors is Yan Emperor and Huang Emperor? Because these two persons are excellent, because lead us into the fire era and the clothes era. This type of clothes, this is why I let you to look at in Chinese characters how to write 人. In his waist, this circle, what's this circle? Actually, it's the close of the waist. This history, not only in China, in Bible, Adam and Hawa, they ate the wisdom fruit. They have the wisdom. They know the shame. They find the man and the woman as different. They use the fig leaves as the first clothes for people. They hide these organs. This actually this word. So you can see in China, in human beings' history, the first clothes that we wear is in your waist. It's in order let your reproductive organs not to be outside. So this clothes is very important because since have this clothes, human beings start from the wild culture. It's distinctive with the animals. When we don't wear the clothes, person is the same as the animal. When you wear the clothes in your waist, it marks we are into a new culture era. People, human beings, is totally different from the animal. From wearing clothes, human beings is absolutely different from the animals. It's the most important symbol that the people into the clothes culture. And it marked into the modern civilization symbol. Clothes important. Clothes is the symbol of the human being's civilization. Why Huang Emperor can wear the clothes? Why the Huang Emperor have the clothes? We must mention his wife. Huang Emperor, the wife we call the Lei Zu. She is the wife of Huang Emperor. It's said that this woman found an animal can have the silk. she used the silk to produce, to make it.
Ese animal se llama
This animal we call the
菜的老师，如果
silk.
蚕不好翻译，您就说是一种虫子
es
就
un
可以了
insecto,
啊。
gusano de seda, que produce
雷祖
seda.
It's one type of
发
insect.
现了桑蚕，
Descubre
然
Lei
后他用桑
found
蚕来
the mulberry, use the mulberry tree to raise the silkworm.
seda para hacer
So Huang Emperor
su
had the
esposo, el
first
emperador,
clothes.
Juan tiene
Huang Emperor's clothes made by his wife. Why his wife can make the clothes?
su esposa puede
Because she discovered how to raise the
criar
silkworm.
这种
ese
And
tipo de insecto.
he uses
Cría
silkworm,
casa
uses
para
silk
los
and
huevos
produce
de
it.
seda.
能够用来穿的
It produce one clothes
Y
can
bolas
wear.
de seda
So
con tela.
we
我们把
La ropa.
take this
皇帝的老婆称之为
Huang
Llamamos,
Emperor's wife.
llamamos
丝绸
Lei Zu,
之
la
祖
esposa de
We call the Lei Zu is the
llamamos
ancestors
al
of
como
the
el
clothes.
primer inventor,
雷
el
祖
la primera
中国的
elaboradora
Lei
de la
Zu
ropa.
is
Es
the
la primera
ancestor of
elaboradora
clothes.
了不起的 creator of the clothes
es la
in China。
inventora
Yeah,
de
it's a
la
creator
ropa
of
en
the
China.
Chinese clothes. This woman
Hace mucho para su
made the clothes for his
la
wife,
primera
the
ropa
first
para
clothes.
su esposo.
So
Entonces,
Huang Emperor
su
is the
esposo
ancestor of
llamado
Chinese.
Juan
This person
es muy conocido
also
en la
immortal.
historia. Y hasta hoy
Today we also in memory of her.
叫做雷祖。
memorizamos.
Her name is Lei
回过头
Zu.
来，我们来说一下，
Y
Okay,
volvemos
let's go
a la-
back.
穿
This
上了衣服，
esa
word
persona se
Da,
pone
where the
Juan,
clothes
而这
is
个
a
大
Huang.
如果戴上
大
了一个发簪，就
si
变成
tiene
了
If
una
with a stick, it's called Fu. Fu is
我
husband.
讲的最
Today,
重要的
the most important word
lo más
is
importante,
Da.
el más importante
Da
es
in the
el
head with a
el
stick is called
la
Fu
que
husband.
llevan
Da with the waist clothes we call the
y
Huang.
se
Huang.
convierten en el emperador Juan.
就
Y
介绍
hoy
到这
nuestra
里。
clase
Okay, now that's all.
así.
Thank you.
为今天的这个内容提
Gracias
供服
a
务的
todos.
Thank you,
的几位翻译老师，
all the
请您把您的
interpreters.
翻译给我们的
Muchísimas
学员
gracias a
听啊。
todos los
Thank you for
intérpretes,
all the
特别感谢
interpreters.
啊，为
profesores
今
de
天
hoy.
的内容提供翻译的老师。
Thank you, all the interpreters.
Es que
是我所以前提供的内
las
容当中没有
clases
的，
de
所以
hoy
我想有
Because it's the
但是
no son muy
因为都是图
fáciles,
片，
pero
可能还
hoy
会
because
tenemos muchos
然后
it's a new contents.
交
dibujos.
还
Now,
给梅雅，交还给孙老师。我不知道孙老师现在上线
El
没有啊？
profesor
now let's
Sun,
welcome
谢谢孙
Meiya.
老师，交还给梅雅。好，谢
gracias a
谢好
todos
朋友
los
们，
amigos.
Thank you.
Nos vemos
再见。
mañana.
See you tomorrow.
Muchas gracias, profesor Monk, por la presentación.
Muchas gracias,
muy
profesor Monk,
interesante.
por la
Thank
Y
you.
los dibujos y los videos, la verdad que ayudan muchísimo. Ahora invito a la profesora Chang para que presente a nuestro siguiente expositor del día de hoy. Profesor Chang.
Sí, muchas gracias. 首先，非常感谢孟教授关于汉字的精彩演讲。接下来，我来简单介绍一下要讲解中国桑蚕文化的华南农业大学的刘吉平教授。
Now let's welcome Liu Jiping. It's the doctor tutor, the director of National Sericulture Industry Technology System Disease and Pest Control Research Office. Post scientist mainly engaged in research on sericulture disease control and resource utilization. He has also served as a sericulture consultant of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization and a member of National Silkworm Standards Committee. He has persisted over 6 international scientific and technological cooperation projects such as FAO and China and the United Kingdom, and 8 national, provincial, and ministerial level projects, published more than 140 papers and applied for 70 inventions patents. Now let's welcome Professor Liu. Today, let's start with the sericulture of China. Thank you for Professor Meng to introduce the sericulture, the silkworm, the fire, the clothes. Just now, I am the director, Regional Sericulture Training Center for Asian Pacific, South China Agriculture University. I have the 35 years of experience in sericulture, presently dealing with the silkworm and the mulberry disease control and the utilization of sericulture. Specialized field is sericulture biotechnology. Just now, Mr. Meng have introduced the characters. I think about a person is a 人, 人 above the head is a 天, 蚕 is silkworm. 蚕 is a worm falling from the sky. 蚕 is a silkworm. 桑 is a mulberry. 桑树 is mulberry tree. Mr. Meng also mentioned it. 蚕桑 is a sericulture. 蚕 silkworm, 桑 mulberry. When you're combined, we call it the sericulture. Sericulture is a 蚕桑. In China, the industry of sericulture. Today, we together share the silkworm and mulberry. This is mulberry leaves. Today, I will talk about 5 aspects. First one is the origin. Mr. Meng already introduced some parts. Because of the time, let's talk about the origin and the spread of silkworm. It's the origin of the sun. China has so many proofs. The silkworms have the long history. You can see the picture. It's a semi-silkworm. In 19th centuries, it's about 1,000 years ago. This is a semi-silkworm shell. It's protected in Taiwan, China Museum. Why this is half? Also, it's a secret why it's half. About 6,900 years ago, we unearthed a cup made of the iron, the ivory. This is like an insect. This proves long time ago in China, it already had the silkworm. In about 2,500 years ago, in Hubei province, it's unearthed this silk. In east of China, in Hunan province, Mawang, we unearthed one cloth we call the 素纱禅衣. It's almost 2,000 years ago in the tomb, we unearthed this type of clothes. This type's weight is 49 grams. In 2,000 years ago, Chinese people can make this clothes. The height is 1.9 meters. The height of the clothes is 1.3 meters. In modern Chinese, when we copy it, it's still very difficult. It's like a matchbox. So the technology of cultivate mulberry and silk is developed. 5,500 years ago, we unearthed this silk in Henan province. Leizu, the Huang Emperor's wife, her hometown is in Henan province. In Tibet, there are ancient mulberry tree. Its age is 1,600 years ago. In Tibet, there are so many mulberry trees. No one raised the silkworm. In Zhejiang province, they unearthed a new mulberry fossil. It's the biggest fossil of the mulberry. This tree is large. It's billions years ago. So in China, the history of mulberry is very long. So today we will talk about the silk. Just now we already introduced the Huang Emperor to make the clothes, especially Leizu. China is the cradle of the world's sericulture, and it has a long history of more than 5,000 years ago. As early as 2,000 years ago, it was called the Silk Country. Now, China is the largest silk producer of exporter in the world. Cha is called China. Priscillium also is China. Now we also called silk is China. China is the largest silk producer and exporter. Today, I am in the South China. It's close to the sea. It's close to the Hong Kong, Macau. When you speak Spanish, you will familiar with Macau. Guangdong province is one of the in Guangdong. Without winter in Guangdong region, the temperature is comfortable and the climate adapt to the animals to grow. Because of this climate, owing to the adequate climate conditions to the traditional techniques, the production of silk cocoons per hectare stands in the world. Raise the largest scale to raise the silkworm is Brazil, in Guangdong province. I will tell you. In Guangdong, we can raise the 35 or 40. The technology to raise the silkworm is the most advanced. Guangdong province is the largest production in the world. So Guangdong South China Agriculture University is the basis of the silkworm of sericulture. In Guangdong province, you can look at the map. 103 130 million people in Guangdong. This is the north region, close to Hunan province. It's the western region close to the sea. This is a Guangdong province region to raise the silkworm. Guangzhou in the middle. This is a Pearl River region. Now, it's an advanced region for industry. This is the east region of Guangdong province. It's to produce the silk and just now we said the history of sericulture is long-standing and well-established. Silkworm and mulberry were radiated all over the world through Silk Road and land and at sea. The Silk Road linked in the eastern and western world and inculcated bright culture of sericulture. So the Silk Road is famous all over the world. At that time, they don't have this advanced transportation. They use this camel, has so many limitations of the weather of the people. China invent the compass. The origin of the Silk Road at sea originated in south. For example, Guangdong province, Fujian province, Guangxi province. So the Silk Road at sea to the Southeast Asia. Up to now, Indonesia and other Ming dynasty, like Zhenghe, exported the Chinese culture into the Europe, and the Western countries make the culture like the type of dance, the type of music, and the type of the fruit imported to China from the Silk Road at sea. So the Silk Road linked the eastern and the western countries. So the Silk Road is famous all over the world. So today, China's leaders Xi Jinping re-mentioned the Silk Road. Firstly, from the river, from the ocean to the Europe, for example, France, Italy, Russia, Turkey. 200 years ago, in France, Italy, the sericulture is popular in these two countries. Turkey, up now, have so many company and farm to raise the silkworm. France and Italy, because of the development of the industry, now it's for to the design and produce for the clothes. Turkey also to raise the silkworm in East Europe, including some Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, some, for example, Georgia, Azerbaijan. There are so many places to raise the silkworm. In Africa, long time ago, they also started to raise the silkworm. For example, Egypt, in the Middle Ocean, in Africa, Nigeria, and Kenya, and Madagascar has the silkworm industry. In Australia, the sericulture industry for the consumption of sericulture. In Australia, there are so many places in some garden, in some farm, have the mulberry tree. The closest place is in Japan and India. The king of Japan still raises the silkworm and plants the mulberry tree. In Thailand also. In Thailand, their queen also raised it. India is the second country to plant the mulberry and to raise the silkworm. From the Latin America, in Brazil, in Peru, in 1982, we established this. The president, Tengsan Peru president, came to our university to study how to plant the mulberry and raise the silkworm. So today, this worm built up a great silk industry. Just now, Mr. Meng showed the story of the silkworm. It is a white cocoon, but the wife Lei Zu, this thing can eat, but it cannot, and use it to make clothes. So silk, all the time, for some rich man, is a luxury things for the rich people. This silkworm, we also call it heaven grace. In Greece, we don't know this heaven worm. In Greece, we call it a golden sheep. Today, many people regard this silkworm as the dragon. So the emperor's clothes. So in emperor's clothes have the dragon. So the silkworm looks like dragon. Have some myths. Have produced numerous myths and legends. A great sericulture and silk industry were built up by the mulberry silkworms. From the view of materials, economy, culture, and spirits, in China, an emperor called Liang Hui Emperor, he asked his assistant, if I am be a good emperor, how to do it? If I have 5 acres, you can plant a mulberry. If I have 50 acres, you have the clothes and the money. About 2,000 and 3,000 years ago, this king now China also regarded as the sericulture as a very important industry to remove the poverty. Because of this, sericulture has developed from the mulberry to silkworm to cocoon industry. From silk reeling to silk weaving to apparel and accessories. For example, it can made it to the juice and other products. It have various products. The distribution of China's sericulture areas, because of the climate, have the 2 distributions. First one is South China. It's 56% in China. The original part in the east, for example, Jiangsu, Zhejiang province, close to Shanghai, close to the sea, close to the Yangtze Sea. Because of development of the economy and technology, it's transferred into the southwest. Southwest part Now the sericulture industry is 18% in China. In the middle, for example, Henan province has the 10%. In northwest, for example, Neimeng province has the 4%. In northeast, have the Tassage. Tassage cocoon distribute around the world. For example, Canada. In China, for example, Shandong province, Sichuan, Henan province, even in South China, have this type of tassage. In America, also have so many people research use the tassage cocoon. In 19th century, we already cooperate with the American professors to research the tassage. In Southeast countries also have like this. This map is the every country's trading in the world. Two-thirds the sericulture industry occupied in the world. The second is India. Long time ago, Brazil was like, but recently, the sericulture in Brazil is increasing. For example, Colombia, Cuba, and other Latin American countries also developed the sericulture industry. The Thailand, Vietnam also, and China has the most part. It's 80% for silk weaving in the world. The exportation in China to exportation is about $50 billion. Guangzhou occupied one half. Shanghai, Hangzhou behind. The exportation for silk is 80% in the world. Now, I will introduce the section 2, production and utilization of mulberry tree. This background is mulberry leaves. Just now, Mr. Meng already introduced the characters. Actually, the characters as you can see, this mulberry tree looks like the person. This sun is a wood. Above the wood have so many leaves. We call the sun. This is in Oracle. The words to knife in the shell of the turtle, some bones of pig, of horse, we call it the oracle. In the bones, we knife the words. So long time ago, Chinese people researched the mulberry. When they knifed the mulberry, so we can say our ancestors know how to plant the mulberry. Sun is a mulberry.
OK， 那么种山养蚕，山为给蚕吃，蚕呢吐出茧。
Planting mulberry for silkworm, rearing and feeding silkworms and spinning cocoons and silk have the practice have the benefited people and industry chains of scientific researchers and sericulture is then formed, which includes mulberry, silkworm, cocoon, silk, silk goods, and comprehensive utilization of the resources. The position of mulberry tree in China in 2013, we start the research of the mulberry. In 2013, the mulberry is unique. We changed this type. It's similar as the rose and the strawberry. But recently researched, it have two types. This is the why is in the rose type. Because of this, the mulberry in the world is various. As we know, the types of the mulberry have 7,000 types. The utilization of mulberry is already two utilizations. First is utilized by the silk dye industry and the silkworm rearing, cocoon, silk fabric, and utilized by non-silk industry can produce for food. Silkworm of is the utilization. Silkworm can eat. It's for food and for clothes. The question of mulberry planting researches, you can see. Firstly, we use the seeds. Not only the seeds, also we can use the branches, can plant it. So in Latin America, we provide three types appropriate seeds. In 2007, I provide some seeds in Cuba, Colombia to plant it. It can grow up. The president Cuba, China will provide the seeds of the mulberry. Planting mulberry is about water and fertilization management and harvesting methods. In Latin America, the soil is rich. I love the soil of Latin America. And the harvest methods, the ancestor of China, through different types of the harvest. For the fertilization. Other insects also like this mulberry tree. To research the mulberry tree, we must research the water management. When the mulberry planting its leaves, fruit is delicious. Branches can made to different materials. When we research the mulberry physiology also we need to research it. The types of the mulberry resources. Mulberry tree experienced thousands of years of natural and artificial selections, which greatly enriched the types of resources. As you can know, the mulberry leaves in Guangdong province is large. The silkworm can be the 7 inches. More than 7,000 germs plasms are preserved now. Now you can know have different shapes of mulberry. Some is like a willow, some is upright. For the mulberry seeds have different, have the black, have the white, have the purple. You can see the name. For example, Heisang black mulberry. Morus alba is the popular in this world. The types of planting mulberry. With the development of the years, the mulberry can adapt different ecological conditions for a long time. No matter it's dry, no matter it's flood, and form the diverse varieties which are suitable to different areas through the artificial selection and breeding. It have two classified types, feeding usage mulberry and the usage for forage and fruit. This is the type of planting. For example, Pearl River and Tai Lake in Sichuan, and you can know in Shandong province, in Yellow River, they plant the mulberry close to the soil, the cultivation soil. It's the term to plant mulberry. The mulberry application have 5 types. One is application in silk rearing. Second is a medical food application, improving ecological environment, feeding staff applications, culture of aesthetic enjoyment. So it's a multiple industry of planting mulberry. The ecological mulberry is have the good chance. The application in silkworm rearing. The first one, the purpose of planting mulberry is silkworm rearing. In South China, in high-yield mulberry fields, as so many types they call it. This type is very suitable for Latin America. The aim is to provide mulberry feed with abundant nutrition for silkworm in a way that integrates high quality, high production, and high efficiency. In east of China, in Jiangsu, Zhejiang province, this type of planting. In Turkey, in Europe, is populated, but this time is not suitable for Latin America. In Southeast countries, in cold place, when you plant trees, you have 5 types. One is types of the mulberry, the soil and the planting and the water management and harvesting types. Medical food applications, the leaves, the mulberry leaves can be the tea and the food. The fruit of mulberry is delicious. It's sweet and delicious. Mulberry fruit you can eat straightly. Black, purple can for the fruit, can for the vinegar, can for the wine. When we make it to the makeup, to the food, utilization of mulberry leaves, we can mulberry tea, mulberry leaves food, and mulberry sauce. For example, the matcha in Japan. Mulberry can make for the makeup. The branches and the skin for the medical. It can scar grease. In Zhejiang, Anhui province can be the floorboard. It's also exported to the American, to the Europe. It's recycled and trendy. This lychee closely ganoderma. Also, it can as a mushroom. It's a utilization of branches. Mulberry branches can improve ecological environment. Planting mulberry on hilly ground. In Shanxi province, in Xi'an, Shanxi province, planted mulberry tree. They planted the corns, the wheat. In South China, have many places with the stones. In Guangxi province, close to Yunnan province, close to Yunnan, Vietnam. We also can plant the mulberry tree in the stone. Mulberry trees is good for the environment and to change the climate. In the besides the road, you can plant the mulberry tree. In Shandong, Beijing, you can plant the mulberry tree. In Guangxi province, the purification function of atmosphere by mulberry tree. The mulberry trees has strong ability to absorb the stagnant dust. They have tolerate and absorptive. 1 hectare mulberry trees can absorb 15,000 milliliter of the sulfur dioxide gases and absorb dioxide about 60 to 430 kilogram every year, release oxygen of feeding stuff applications. In Latin America, planting mulberry tree can raise the pig. The mulberry variety should be resistant to cutting and have strong spring abilities. The mulberry have more advantages than currant. Now the researchers, the rough proteins content in dried mulberry leaves about 22%, crude fat around 6%, and the carbohydrates now in China, we feed the chicken, the ox, the pig. In Latin America, we use the mulberry tree to raise the rabbit. Different types have different options. Feeding the ox to choose the high content of protein. With the rabbits, we need to choose the contains more dried materials and less water. In South, the leaves less water. In Guangdong province, when you raise the rabbits, it's not suitable to raise the rabbit. In East, it's suitable. For feed for the chicken, these elements, it's a it can anti the diabetes, can control your fat of the blood. To be feed for egg producing chicken, it's better to plant the mulberry which contains rich the chlorophyll. In northwest as the fertilization. Mulberry leaves at the fertilization is very good. Mulberry trees is also for the aesthetic culture. You can see the different types of the mulberry trees. This picture, this is in Spain. I took these photos to appreciate this. This is in Australia. In Japan garden, in Guangzhou province, in Guangzhou city, in people's house, they also plant it. It can be for the aesthetic culture. Now, silkworm rearing and Chinese pay attention to the sericulture. Just now I said silkworm is one type animal. Actually, it's one type insect. It have the furry in the world. The harmful insect, more than 60%, is a Lepidoptera. In 2004, we researched the silkworm. Silkworm is the symbol of the Lepidoptera. A lot of insects have the ability to spin. For example, for this is a fly silkworm. The tassel silkworm and the airy silkworm, for example, can be reared. But tassel and airy silkworm is not good for others. This picture is colorful. Many places like to rear the silkworm, the white resin. The primitive is red. Different species, more than 1,000. In our university, more than 100 types. Types and formats and egg production. It's the worm and it's like circle. It's 500 to 800 worms. It's 2 boxes and 25,000 seeds. We put it in one paper. We called it it's 20 centimeters. It's 25,000 good eggs. It's to protect. When you rear, the purpose of silkworm rearing is to harvest high. The high quality, high yield, and high efficiency income could be achieved. The life of the silkworm is about 50 days. Experienced 4 different developmental stages, including egg, larva, pupa, and growth. It's 5 steps. It's related different subjects. Now, it's also related with the cell. From small to the large, this body weight of silkworm increased the 10,000 times, and silk gland increased by 160,000 times from the first to the 5th instar. In Guangdong province, 25 days, you can increase by 10,000 times. But the silkworm inevitably broke out diseases in silkworm rearing process. They have different diseases. For example, DNA disease. For example, COVID-19 is RNA disease, but this disease is DNA disease.
Necesitamos dedicar la tecnología de prevención y el control de la enfermedad
So the disease in silkworm have so many types. When we research the diseases, if you can rear the silkworm where, also you can raise your baby where. The different types of the silkworm genetic have the red, the green. Silkworm has different color. For his eggs is different. The color of the eggs is different. In Europe, have 7 centimeters eggs. In Indonesia, the biggest eggs like your fist. It's very interesting. So the eggs to protect yourself is hidden in this egg. If you throw it in the 20th floor to the ground, it will be not hurting. So silkworm egg is very useful. Silkworm eggs is self-protective. Good silkworm varieties brought rich harvesting. The length of a cocoon reaches about 1,400 meters. In general, it's about 1,000 meters. In the first, it's about 600 meters. There are different requirements for silkworm races in different silkworm rearing seasons. Generally, the silkworm races can be divided into races used in spring, summer, autumn. We can raise for medicine, for food, so it's different types of races. The form and silkworm rearing. Silkworms should experience 4 times of ecdysis and 5 instars in the larval stage before they are matured and cocooning. Usually, the first to third instar larvae are called young silkworms and reared in silkworm pluck. And the baby silkworm, we will put it in this basket. In this basket, we plant this. We take carefully plan to rear it into this basket. Form of a big silkworm rearing, we will divide it. You can put it in this basket. In Sichuan province, it's traditional types. In South China, this is a big worm such. Put it into the soil. It's very convenient. Branches rearing on the ground. In Africa, in Egypt, you can put it into the ground. Actually, in Latin America, you also can use these types to rear it. Molting and cocooning. According to the fertilization of your place, you can make it. You can use the paper to rear it and to cocoon. Cocoon collecting and treatment, we can dry it. The purpose to dry it have 2 purposes. This cocoon, after 1 week, is will melt. We need instantly to dry it. When we kill this cocoon, we can let it for 1 or 2 years. In addition, have some worms. It can to protect this cocoon. With the development of technology in China, we promote to coat it in the box for -4 or to 20 degree to protect it. The fifth, the development and utilization of silkworm body and pupil. It can decrease your diabetes. Silkworm can decrease your sugar of your blood. Stiff silkworm as a Chinese herbal medicine. You can use it to boil and for baby. This white ginger can be for the makeup. American and Chinese scientists can control the cancer. So stiff silkworm is also very useful. Health products of pupil, the pupil cordyceps. For male, to be more muscular. For example, the health products of silk moss. This fur can use it into the wine. You can be more powerful and muscular. This wine is like it's health wine. The moss capsule. You can use the silk moss increase your health. The cosmetic made from the sericin and fibroin. Use this silk can make it more smooth. Also can make it to shampoo. The most important cosmetic uses the fibroin cream. It's necessary for your body. Chinese people use this to make it to the health drinks. We develop different types, multiple industries. In 2016, we call it the 3 F's insect. The first one is food medicine, one is feeding, one is fabric. So silkworm, we call it is 3 F. The fifth is a silk cloth industry. 嫘族 is the ancestors of the clothes. For silk clothes, the cocoon and the silk reeling. This is the reeling of the Chinese. First one, you should curve it and reeling it. And you can roll it and twisting. With silk weaving it. Weaving, we will color it. Silk cloth manufacturing. It's to produce, to manufacture the clothes for different types of clothes. In the world, you can see the clothes. The fashion show is inseparable with the silkworm. For all the beauties in the world, it's a traditional silkworm clothes. In Latin America, they use the cocoon to have the fashion show. If I have the opportunity, I will share with you. In section 5, the silk culture. Like Mr. Meng mentioned, I briefly introduced it. If you come to China, to the Summer Palace, there are many mulberry tree, and to wear the silk. In Qing Dynasty, the emperor, the queen, keep the tradition. In Japan, they also keep it. So China's silk culture influence in the several countries around the world. Silk culture is very rich in painting. In Guangdong province, we call the Yue Xiu. It's two types, Guangxiu and Chaoxiu. The most famous is a Su Xiu. It's very beautiful and precious. It's embroidery. In Hunan province, we call the Xiang embroidery. We can see the color more than 100. This embroidery have more than 1,000 types. So our ancestor is so smart. We also admire our ancestors' wisdom. So world culture heritage protection. In world trade is very precious. For the children, to tell them how to plant. The former chairman Hu Jintao, the chairman of the Xi Jinping, the prime minister with Xi Jinping to how to weaving the silk. This technology from Silk Road in Korea. In the world stage, we can see the silk fashion show. In Indonesia, we can see all the silk clothes. In South China agriculture, on behalf of the South China agriculture, to welcome you. We have 140 years history. So many friends from Latin America came to our university to study how to plant the mulberry, how to wear the silkworm. If you have interest, you can contact the embassy. You can apply to come to our university about this lecture. If you come to China, we also welcome you. This is me in Cuba, have this lecture. It's an international congress in Cuba. It's Cuba's friends came to Guangzhou to here. I don't know if you are online or not. Thank you. This construction cooperation net from Guangzhou to the world, to the Latin America. In September, in October, we will tell it to introduce it. This from the head to the feet, all this is silk. Where is can find it? Come to Guangzhou. Guangzhou welcome you. We have different types of technology. If you need, we can share with you. This is Xi Jinping called One Belt, One Road. Lucid waters and lush mountains are invaluable. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. This is my contact. If you have any questions, this is my email. This is my phone number. Guangzhou welcome you, and the sericulture welcome you. Hope you happy to study the Chinese culture and Chinese sericulture.
Muchísimas gracias, profesor Liu Jinping, por su
Thank you.
presentación. Le agradecemos a todos los estudiantes de América Latina que han estado participando y enviando sus comentarios en la zona de preguntas y respuestas. Así que muchísimas gracias. Ya son casi la hora de terminar. Aquí se ciesie, Anaji, ciesie. Y les recordamos a todos que nos reunimos la próxima semana para continuar con este taller de idioma y cultura china relacionada con la cultura agrícola. Los videos después de edición van a ser publicados en nuestro canal de YouTube, así que estén pendientes de toda esta información. 谢谢老师，教师，非常感谢。
Thank you so much. See you next week. Thank you. Thank you. 再见，see you.